We are now 5 wide. Presented by Quick Trip's quality gasoline guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
Let's go indeed. 9 to noon, ready to go. John Kuhn, Brian Butch, Armen, now part of the fray. We are 5 wide. Running backs are for suckers. Tight ends are for suckers. We're throwing the football. Boys, good morning. How we doing? Butchie looks like he's on location again. You are coming to us live from
Iola, Scandinavia. Do you know where that is?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea where that is.
Do you know where Cadet, Wisconsin is?
No, but it came up on the show earlier today. And
See, I listened to your show. I know it came up. That's why I brought it. I listened to you.
It's because you're in a car 6 hours a day.
No. Don't give excuses. No. Armen, you're supposed to be part of our show. Why are you going to try to throw me down the river? This is unbelievable.
Armen tells the truth.
You're supposed to say,
throw me down the river.
I didn't throw you, Butch. I didn't throw you down the river.
Row, Butch.
I said
gently down the river.
No, he just picks him up. He keeps throwing him down the river.
Throws
him again.
Gently down the river.
Actually, you could row Butch.
Every day we throwing, we row, whatever it is. Whatever. He threw me underneath the bus. You threw me in the river. You rode me down the river. Whatever it is.
Under the bus and threw him down the river.
Armen, instead of simply just saying,
"But you're my guy,"
that's some sweat equity by you. Good job listening to other shows and having a pulse. That way, 5 wide's that much better because we have carryover. No, he's in a car for 6 hours. Thanks, bud. If Kuhn would have said that, you would be like, Kuhn, oh my God, you're a great radio host. You tune into everybody.
I knew that was the next step.
That's what you would have done.
Okay, time out. I need a 20. Maybe
somebody row him under another bus, please.
Yeah. Getting awfully defensive lately about the things I say, Butch. You know that? You notice that?
I just need to throw him.
I was trying to say you're in a car all day because you're out there teaching left-handed crossover moves to 10-year-old kids across the state of Wisconsin. And Iola is a great place to be. The Iola Car Show. It's in Wapaka County.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
So, Butch,
I love
you got sweat equity.
Butch.
I know you do, Butch. And your camps are affordable for families. Thank you.
I love your tour of the state. I love the camps. I love you go all over the place. It's beautiful. That said, I got to ask you, do you write these slight malapropisms like throw me down the river? Do you have a team of writers? Because they're so perfect. They're so funny. They're so perfectly one click off of what's the actual phrase. Or do they come naturally? I'll hang up and listen off air.
Say, there's something about being all natural. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I am. I'm all natural. Like,
he's all natural.
Swear you don't
all
write
natural.
these.
He's all natural.
Do you think he sits around writing?
Kuhn, do you think your partner writes these?
No.
Or do you think they're natural whiffs?
No. I think
foul balls.
As much as I'd love to believe he sits back and he prepares these in advance, I think they are all just off the cuff.
It's natural
There's
talent.
a difference between radio, Butch, and TV. Radio is all natural. TV, it's buttoned up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I gotta, I prepare a little bit more. As far as the slogans that I like, the themes that go into. This is all natural me, baby.
Down the river.
Butch just got that. That's natural talent, Zabe. That's what he's got.
Like it is.
Or natural.
I guess it is.
Natural talent.
It's all natural.
All right.
I did take a natural class one time in college one summer, and there was it was a woman's studies. No, natural.
Because
it was a women's study class in summertime.
Because your major
my eyes were opened to some new things. And a women's studies class on the University of Wisconsin. Let's just say I found out what hairy armpits were. It was amazing. I was like, whoa, I didn't think women did that. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was a summer class.
Butch doesn't get it because he shaves his armpits. We got into that too.
Yes, weird. Yes.
Like, I was like, I didn't realize that was actually out there, but I found out very quickly that yes, that's a real thing. So okay.
Well, Butch, you went to UW and you were an athlete. So I know your major was life sciences communication or ag journalism. Was that what it was?
Absolutely.
There you go. I didn't even
life sciences. Well, that's
I looked it up. I knew Butch's major was life sciences communication. Just like I knew what his stats were at his junior year at Appleton West. Yeah. See, he thinks I don't like. See, you think I don't, Butch? I stand
Butchie.
you. All right, Butch, I stand you. I didn't stand you in 04 or 06 when I was cheering against you, but now I do.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the Marquette, Wisconsin thing.
Yeah,
okay, before I get to an update of last
Yes.
night, because I know you're dying to hear about that.
Correct.
Yes.
Can I ask you guys think about right now, what is the one simple pleasure you have in life. That is a simple thing. Just it's your thing, and it's not complicated. It's a bit silly if you were to tell people about it, but it's a simple pleasure. I'm going to show you mine right now.
Okay. All right.
This right
I don't know
here
that I want that.
is beautiful. I have right here. Can you hear that?
We can.
I have an
More
8-ounce
Diet Coke.
bottle of Diet Coke in a
More
thick
Diet Coke.
glass bottle, chilled to the point of freezing in the basement refrigerator, and a Coca-Cola glass that is shaped like a can.
Oh, that's classic.
Of Coca-Cola with sort of, I don't know what it is about the thin edges or the fact it curves in. It makes it even more delicious. And my special small bore dice-sized ice cubes. This, my friends, is as good as it gets. Cheers to you. Cheers to the weekend. Now, you give me something as silly, as minute, as
Not silly. It's just minute, right?
Just-
I don't think it's silly.
Just a little thing, maybe it's laying in a hammock listening to the radio, or I don't know. Give me one thing around the horn that's your
Man.
simple little pleasure.
Now we're making it simple, right? It's just simple, something easy, minute, small.
For you, Kuhn, I'm thinking maybe chipping on the chipping green at sunset, or just alone, just peacefully with headphones on or something.
No, my favorite thing to do that's simple that I don't really get to do as much anymore is to try and just watch an episode on my iPad in my bed while my wife is already sleeping because she goes to bed before me, watching this episode with headphones on until I fall asleep and the iPad falls on my face and I know it's time to put it in the nightstand. That's the
Perfect.
the simplest thing I got.
That's what I'm
And
looking
now
for.
Ted
That's
Lasso's
exactly
done,
right.
so I don't know. what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
So
How did you like the final season of Ted Lasso? Didn't get
I
great
didn't
reviews.
finish it.
I
Didn't finish it.
I
didn't
thought it
finish
didn't
No
need
break.
to
spoil
be as abrupt as it was, but hey, they wanted to end it, so they ended it.
All right, Butchie, simple pleasure.
Snickers ice cream.
I
bar.
knew it was so some sort of ice cream or sandwich or
Where are you eating it?
wherever I can.
Okay,
Normally
but
it's
what's the best?
best spot to eat it?
Yeah.
In my on my patio at my house.
Okay.
About 9:30 at night when the kids are to bed.
shirt off, right?
Mm.
No, I usually have a shirt on.
Oh,
But maybe I go shirt off all
9:30
natural.
at night
you know what I mean?
after he puts the kids to bed. A lot of people like a nightcap, but she likes a night Snickers.
pasta with my
Not
shirt
nice.
off, I'd say.
Pasta
Not at
with
the
your
lake.
shirt off.
Not at the lake house, Butchie, on the deck. Snickers.
That's a good
No,
one too.
It is good, but if I'm up there, it's usually a cocktail. So, like the majority of the nights are Snickers. If I'm up at the cabin, then yeah, we're gonna have a cocktail.
All right, Josh, we know Armen's simple pleasure. That is watching old YouTube videos
That's-
of 1994 NBA playoff action.
That's it. I mean,
And
that's it. Like
tweeting
I
about
watch
it.
an
Oh,
old
you
stuff
just
like
said
that.
spaghetti with no shirt on.
Well, I like eating pasta with my shirt off because there's no pressure in making a mess. And like when I'm like, there's a simple pleasure in like, let's say I'm at home, right? I'm just eating like when you have the meal you just ordered or you just made, you're ready to eat. You got your favorite show on, and then that moment where you're just settled in, the show's perfect, the food's perfect, and I got my shirt off. I think it's the greatest.
You're just
Interesting.
rigatoni, linguine.
There's
The-
what
the
there's
Bene.
mental image you're
Really
painting
Armen's chest
right
looks
now.
like a Jackson Pollock when
Yeah.
he stands up.
Yeah.
because you don't have to. I can shower
Chunks
after
of
the meal.
tomatoes.
There's one other really little one if I get in quick. When I take my walks, I take the same route every day. I start at Greendale High and go to Greenfield High. Okay, it's like a 2 mile and back, so I know my mileage. And then on the cross, every day I cross. Every time I do that walk, I cross my old block that I grew up on 60th Street, right off 60th Street in Upham, where I grew up, where Johnny Logan grew up, where Mike Kumar, Kevin Panzarella, Andy
Nice.
Butts, John Decker, all the guys I grew up with. I pass that block and I have a memory every day. Every day I have that one memory,
That's
that one
great.
moment. And it's for a split second, it's very, the nostalgia washes over me.
Okay.
For that split second. It's pretty
I love it.
little,
That's
the
beautiful.
little thing
Uh,
for me.
Josh, one of your simple pleasures is we talked about the big bowl of
Big
chili
bowl
at
of chili on
Natty Oaks.
Fridays.
That's another one.
Yeah.
what besides
Love that.
that, give me a simple
Well-
simple Josh pleasure.
So on the deck, the brewer contracting recently made deck. Once I put Jordy to bed in the summer, being able to go out and just have a cigar
Perfect. Oh,
on the deck. I will
There you
like
go.
Julie will not come talk to me. Like I will just be out there alone. And the best part is I'll start.
That's her simple pleasure.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
that's
it's
hers.
a
It's not
mutual
talking to me.
simple pleasure.
Right, it works for both of us.
I just get it.
But it's like I'll start scrolling on my phone and I'll end up being so relaxed. Like I'll just put the phone away. It's great.
There you go.
Love it.
All right, good stuff.
I love this
So-
conversation.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of simple pleasures. Summertime brings it out as well. If anyone else out there keeps purple martins in birdhouses or attracts colonies and maintains them like I do, on a beautiful still summer night as the sun is going down to watch purple martins fly like paper airplanes just circling their house, I mean, ain't nothing better than that.
Those are amazing birds. If you can attract, they have to have tall houses, right? Zabe, isn't that?
They need human housing. They fly from the Brazilian rainforests every year to come build their colonies here in North America.
Wow.
Which is nuts when you think about it.
Yeah.
And you have to put up houses. You have to attract them. They find them. They're really good at finding them somehow.
Did they go back?
And then you got to fight the sparrows. You got to fight the raccoons.
Blue
You
Jays.
got to fight the owls. You got to fight the starlings.
Did they
The
go
fight
back
is
to
on.
Brazil?
And they go back usually in late July, early August. And there's great sadness, Kuhn, when my purple martins leave.
Weren't you telling me about the Orioles?
When did they
too?
get here?
Usually April.
Oh, okay, you got a good couple months with them.
And the
But
deal
in
with the
Wisconsin, a little bit later, especially northern.
Oh,
It'll be
okay.
a little bit later. They'll
So
push
what
that
happens?
back a month.
What happens to you when you get the sadness of the purple martins leaving?
summer's over.
How do you deal with
I
that?
go
How
have
do you
a s-
cope with
I-
that? Just more
Have a
Diet
Southern,
Coke?
Southern Comfort and a Diet Coke or some bourbon. All right. So last night I was supposed to get my good old
Supposed to.
MRI
Oh,
of my
what?
Oh, I don't like the way
Pooper.
this went.
Oh, you bailed on the old poop scan.
No,
8:30 is
no,
the
I did
perfect
not.
time.
8:30 is perfect time. I get there even with time to spare
They
because
closed
a round
at
of golf went a round of golf went faster than expected, right? I get there, check in, insurance card, driver's license. They have me in the system at the diagnostic place. Okay, scheduled for 8:30. Everything looks good. Do you have your order with you, sir?
Oh, here we go.
Wait,
no.
The what? The order.
You know the
piece
ticket
of
that you
paper.
pull out at the deli counter. Are
Yeah.
you 61, 62? What number are
Yeah,
you?
12-inch turkey, lettuce,
I
no
was
tomato.
like, no, don't you guys have that?
Right.
Well, maybe we do. Let me check. I'm sorry, sir, but we don't have that. I go, why not? She's like, well, you were supposed to bring the order because it's from your doctor, and we're just the imaging center, and that. And she kind of tried to reassure me, like, well, you're here early, you could go home and come back. I'm like, it's too far to go home and come back, and I'm not even sure where that quote order is.
Right.
I'm thinking to myself, it's a piece of effing paper in 2023. Nobody cares about paper
Don't
anymore.
they have
Paper.
Don't they have a
Paper.
computer
We're
system?
talking paper.
Isn't there a
We're
computer?
talking paper
here.
Not plastic, not
Right,
digital.
not-
We talking
Not
paper.
again.
What are we doing?
Playoffs.
Oh yeah, sorry, wrong one.
We talking about
Paper.
practice.
We talking about paper. I'm like,
Not a
okay,
card.
Not the
not
game.
a card. Not digital.
Not the card.
paper.
Not the digital. Not the confirmation
lit-
email. Not the confirmation. We're talking about paper.
I asked. I said, is it possible that this order is in my email?
Confirmation email,
And-
right.
She said, I have no idea of that, sir. And I'm thinking, there's no way I'm gonna find it in this.
That's
even
crazy.
Searching,
Did you
searching,
give up?
Searching.
You gave up, didn't you? You gave up.
Well, what I did was, and the woman was being nice and helpful, so I didn't want to unload on her, and it wasn't her fault, to be honest. I got to
Oh,
own
man.
this.
I'm an
Butchie.
unloader.
Butchie, this
Yeah,
is
it's a problem.
Butchie. This is on me. This is on me. I didn't
No,
bring the
this
paper.
is not on you. Normally, I would be the
Yeah,
first one
kind
to
of
jump
is.
on it and said, "Zabe, that is just dumb and lazy on you, and you made a mistake." But this is
But
the
not in
medical
this
field we're
case?
dealing with.
Okay.
No, this is your
So-
doctor and nurses figure this out for you. Like, what the heck? You're the one that's got to get to MRI of your butt. Come
Yeah,
on.
well, they can't call the office because the office
what
is
the-
closed because it's 8:30
8:30
at
at
night.
night.
Otherwise, they would have said, we'll be more than happy to help, sir. We'll just call your doctor right now, get that faxed over. It'll take 10 minutes.
Right. Faxed. That's another thing that doctors are still clinging to. The fax. Beep. Coming through. Oh, we got it right here. Okay, good. So I literally, because I didn't want to direct my anger at the woman who was being pleasant and helpful, but she couldn't
God
do
bless
anything
you.
for me.
God bless you.
Well, I also
That's
realized
hard for me to do. I'll tell you what, when you call companies, and there's a person on the other end, and they're like, I'm sorry, the computer system is not working right now. It's not their fault. They didn't cause the problem, and but I cannot help but lose my mind because I was just on hold for 65 minutes. But please continue.
Right. No, I've learned to not get sassy with them because they're the ones who are going to be able to help you to get out of this predicament.
I just
even
can't
if it's
believe
not
this.
your fault.
The medical system should have records. You should have computer records, set up systems.
That's what I thought.
A piece
Everything
of paper.
else we do in life is all a digital trail, email confirmation, look it up, scan it. What's your entry code? Okay, bing, bang, boom, whether it's air travel or anything else. This, I needed the physical piece of paper with the order. So I took a moment, Kuhn, because I was like, I cannot believe this. And I kind of stood to the side and I just put my head in my hand like this. And I was just like, okay, let me think about this. I really went as slow as I could to think, okay, what can I do? Called my wife. I said, do you think you can find the order and send a picture? She said, oh, I'm not at home right now. And I go, okay. She goes, well, wait a minute. Megan's home. Maybe she can find. I go, trust me, my daughter is not going to be able to find the order in the pile of documents in the office.
Who has documents? Do you have a filing cabinet?
My dad does. He's like,
we're talking about paper, Steve. We're talking about not plastic.
We're talking about
digital.
practice.
Paper, not digital, not a QR code, not an app,
not the
your
email,
phone,
not the email
not a
confirmation.
Paper.
We're talking about paper.
Practice.
Paper.
How can I make my teammates better
inevitably,
about
yes. Don't you get some bills and statements on paper, Kuhn?
Very rarely, and when I do, they usually just get shredded.
I used to, but I got ridiculed by my wife. I said, why are you still getting these paper and you're filing every bill you've ever had, Armen? I'm like, my dad did it that way. She's like, you don't need to do that, Armen. It's all digital. You don't need to do that. I'm like,
Butchie,
okay.
How you fix for paper bills? With your kids and their medical dramas, I got to believe you have a lot of paperwork in your house.
You guys make fun of my office and the desk at my house, but right behind it is a filing cabinet. And yes, those papers do get filed because I need all of them. Full of medical. It is pretty much medical. Yeah. But it is paper. Lots and lots of paper.
So the butt did not get scanned last night.
When is
and I have rescheduled for
what
the
ridiculous
next
time?
Opportunity, July 6th.
Oh,
8:30 at night?
A month away.
You gotta wait a whole month.
Find that piece of paper. You have another piece of paper.
Man.
Butchie, that was the first time they could get me in because it's got to be a MRI with contrast, which is a special,
Oh, it is special.
version.
Yeah, you gotta get the
Just
dye.
wait around
You
for
gotta
someone
shoot the
else.
dye up your butt before they scan you? No.
I hope not. I don't want dye up my butt.
Is that how that works?
I'm gonna put my butt in your tube and you're gonna scan
what
it and
now?
I'm gonna leave.
I said, just wait around the office. Someone else will
You're not gonna
inevitably
inject
forget
my
their
butt before I
paper.
put it in your tube.
No, they did
Okay.
say to call. They said to call today and this weekend. People cancel all
Right, because they don't have their
she said.
paper. That's my point. Somebody else. Are you kidding me with the
She
papers?
said she said you're not the first one this has happened to, and I felt like snapping back with.
No doubt.
I felt like snapping back with. Well, maybe you guys have a procedural problem.
Right.
Just saying.
I defend you on this one.
But you didn't.
All the things in your email that you got confirmation of the services.
I applaud Zayn
Venmo,
for biting his tongue so well.
right.
Amazing. Amazing.
It's what you should be. Why are you applauding him for biting his
it
tongue?
wouldn't
It's
have
called being
helped.
nice to people.
And it wasn't her fault. She was being pleasant. She was just doing her job.
Oh, it's
She's
not her
in-
fault, but
She's in an MRI facility at 8:30 on a Thursday night. You think she's having the time of her life? No.
Thank you.
Good
Right,
point.
Butchie?
Still
All right.
surprised.
What's
Hey, maybe she
cooking
is.
today? What's cooking today on 5 Wide? Speaking of cooking, did you guys talk the Dalvin Cook thing about how running backs just get thrown on the junk heap?
We'll do a
This
little bit
league.
of that today. We kind of skimmed over it, glossed over it yesterday. Talking about Bill Polian's comments on Dalvin Cook specifically, saying, well, we'll find out what he's into now, money or championships. That's a ridiculous statement in my mind. And then talk about the Brewers and blowing it last night. Why pitchers can't just pitch. Keep throwing them out there.
Yeah.
5 scoreless.
Yeah.
innings.
Wag says Craig needs to push his starters into the 6th.
Yeah, it was confusing.
Forget this third time around nonsense. So
see, this is revisionist history. We always
Oh,
say,
and Mike
Ken the
McDaniel.
Falls did the same thing to me yesterday. All right. Revisionist history.
Look at Armen's already triggered. All right. Boys, have a good one. Josh, great job as always. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday.
fresh to the off, man. Fuck these residents. How y'all doing? I'm Lil Tunche. I'm